Welcome to the NOFSRL. Like Canton, Ohio is the home of professional football, Charlotte, North Carolina is home to professional stock car racing. Welcome to the Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina, here under the lights on a gorgeous Saturday night here on Memorial Day weekend. We are here at this mile-and-a-half racetrack to kick off the second half of Season 4 of the NOFSRL Trinity River Cup Series. We are here for 80 laps under the lights in the Bojangles 600. When we came here to the Charlotte Motor Speedway last year, it was just your standard 500-mile, 67-lap race here on a mile-and-a-half track. But here we are going to add an additional 13 laps this year. It is going to be a 600 instead of a 500. We'll have to see if this is just as interesting of a race as it was one season ago. One season ago, it started off chaotic, and then it was a thrilling battle for the rest of the way, all the way to the checkered flag. We saw a first-time winner, and that driver who won that race not back this year. So we'll see somebody new in this race here. We'll see a new winner here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Could it be another first-time winner of the series? We'll have to see how it goes. Taking a look at your point standings coming in, the first half of the season has led to an enormous points gap for Kyle McLeese, who leads the way, 383 points towards the championship. The most points you can get in the race is 45. The least you can get is 1, so the biggest point swing you could get is 44 points. McLeese has a 45-point lead over Nicholas Samadio, 54 ahead of Trey Wright and Will Parrish, 62 ahead of Alejandro Cruz Jr., 65 ahead of Kanan Biller, 73 ahead of both Christopher Alphaby and Marty Sakala, 84 ahead of Colin Teague, and 87 ahead of Ryan Durrani. That is the top 10 in your points after the first half. We're going to kick off the final 13 races here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway under the lights. It'll hopefully be a spectacle and a fantastic race. Let's get it going here at Charlotte. Let's go down trackside. We'll get you starting a lineup so we can get this race underway. And the engines will come to life here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 40 going to roll off the pit road. It is Caleb Rose on the pole position. Alongside him is Mitchell Collins in the 43. In row number 2, we find Paul Antoine Sierra in the 7. The Bass Pro Colors back on board the Logan Sport Buick in row number 2. And alongside him, William Brock in the Sprite Pontiac 00. In row number 3, we find Kansas winner Kanan Biller in the Busch Light colors there in number 81. Starting on the inside of the Advent Health Dodge number 55, Richard Cohen Racing Enterprises, Dale Lightning. In row number 4, we find Braden Perez in the 47, the Schluter Toyota. Starting alongside the 54, your Daytona 500 winner, Ethan Lewis. Rounding out the top 10, we find the 25, Mr. Monaco. It's Eric Monaco in the Nintendo Dodge Forger Cohen on the inside of your Texas winner. Starting in the 10th position, it's Mitchell Henderson in the Irwin Tools Toyota for Nelson Motorsports. 80 laps here around this mile-and-a-half track, right about 120 miles. It should be a fantastic race here. Hopefully another spectacle here under the lights at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pace car comes down to the pit road. We're ready to get it going here in Concord, North Carolina. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. The Bojangles 600 is green. Let's get this show on the road here at Charlotte. Pole sitter Caleb Rose leads lap number 1. They are 3 wide deeper in the field. Priya McShane right in the middle of it. Upton on the outside. And Garcia, Darlington went on the inside. 4 wide coming out of turn 2. Blake Parker, Marty Sekela getting together. They back out of it. Justin Zidell on the inside. Williams dives to the inside and cuts off Ryan Durrani. They're deep in the field. They are going absolutely nuts. But up ahead, it's Sear side by side with Perez and Rose. 3 wide for the lead going into 1. Sear had it at the line, took it from Rose, but Perez now to the inside. He'll take the lead here at Charlotte. Holy cow! Now Collins is going to the inside. He's going to try to go for the lead on the 47. Will Perez even have a chance to lead a lap here in the opening stages? No, Collins will take it away by half a car length. Now Sear looking to get back to the inside of the 47 of Braden Perez, stuck on that outside like a cat on Velcro. But trying to swing around the outside to hold his ground. There is a little bit of grip up there, but not so early in a green flag run. You need to run up there for a long, long time, and your tires kind of need to wear into the asphalt a little bit. But he's getting a big push from Chase Harris. That should help him out. Now Oskin's going to sling to the inside of Sear. 3 wide. Oskin, your Dover winner, a 5-time winner in the series. He's got third place pointsman Trey Wright behind him there in the 95. He's going to the inside of Sear and Harris now. Harris, Fontana winner, trying to work the absolute high side. It's going up around the highest lane on the racetrack. Now on to lap number 6 as Mitchell Collins still leads the way. Here's Oskin going after Perez for second. It's a half-second lead for Mitchell Collins, now ahead of Sam and Oskin. As they head down the back straightaway, still everybody 2-3 wide behind through the rest of the pack. Back from about 15th or so. Troxel making a move to the inside there in car 16, closing up to the backside of Elijah Gordon in the 24, looking from overhead. Monaco swinging down from the bottom to the top, all the way through the quad oval. Now going after Thomas Troxel, looking to the inside of that 16. Will head back up front as the gap for the lead shrinks. Collins slips wide. Oskin looking to the inside for the race lead. And at the line, it'll be Collins, I think just by a little bit, yes, but Oskin's going to have him going into 1. The first 7 laps of this race have just been absolutely tremendous. And we are not even close to being done with this race. Again, 80 laps here under the lights here in this Bojangles 600. 1 season ago, it would have only been 67. We're going bigger this year. And if this is like this for at least half of the rest of the way, this is going to be a tremendous spectacle. Trey Wright to the inside now of Mitchell Collins for second. Collins looks like he's got a little bit more grip than he did at the start of the race up on that outside line. Harris looking to follow in on the inside of Wright. He's in the 4th position. Wright looks like he's going to potentially take the 2nd spot away. They're still side by side. Could Harris swing to the inside and make it 3 wide? He won't. He'll stay in behind the 95 and push Trey Wright through on the inside, and he'll take 3rd away from Collins. So Collins still not able to work the outside just yet. We're only 10 laps into this race, or just shy of 10 laps. So obviously there's not a whole lot of rubber laid down up there. The tires haven't really started to rubber into the asphalt yet on any other lane except the inside. But people are trying. They're trying to use the outside lane. In fact, they're using the middle lane in the top 2 positions, Oskin and Wright, and they're using it pretty well. So maybe we might have a 2nd groove up there that'll work. And then soon after that, we'll hopefully have a 3rd groove in this race. Harris now taking a peek at Trey Wright in the 95 through the quad oval. Tried, but not able to make the move just yet. He'll stay pressed against the backside of the 95. Now on to lap number 12. Down the back straightaway we go, heading off into 3. Harris's teammate Sam Osgood leads the way. Collins there in 4th behind Wright and Harris. And here comes your points leader, McLeese in the 5th position. And where's Nicholas Samadio? He's back to 33rd. Now up to 32nd actually as they cross the line. For the top 6 single file and accordion together. But Harris is going to make them not single file. He's going to go to the inside of Wright, and Wright gets slowed up a ton. That backs Collins up a little bit, and McLeese might have a chance at him. Not for the moment, though. McLeese is going to stay in behind that 43, but he'll get around his teammate into 95. Henderson into the 5th position as well in that 88. Somebody way wide back in the turns. I think that was Thibodeau in the 32. All things calming down now. No more 3 wide going on throughout that entire pack of cars, about 10th place back. Everything reasonably calm here in the opening stretch. But Collins going to slip wide. McLeese slips wide. Henderson's going to look to the inside of that 59. Everybody is within 6.5 seconds of each other if the standings are currently to be believed. It's a Trinity River Racing 1-2 up front here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Osgin, then Harris, then Collins, who's looking for his 4th career win and an end to the winless streak that dates back to race 30 1 year ago on September the 11th at Twin Ring Motegi in Motegi, Japan. Off into turn number 3 once again, coming around to start lap 17. Collins with a big run on Harris through turns 3 and 4. Osgin pulls away from that 23, so Harris had to back up a little bit. Collins not going to make a move just yet, but battle back here for the 7th position between Dale Lightning and Elijah Gordon. Gordon in the 24 is going to take the spot away from Lightning. Now here for the 3rd position, McLeese getting around Mitchell Collins, or trying to. Collins is not going to give up on that outside, but he will continue to slip backwards. Sears stuck on the outside as well. His teammate Keegan Thompson down on the bottom side in the Tim Hortons Buick. Braden Perez getting physical now with Elijah Gordon in the 24. Trying to get around him for the 7th position. Perez has had a dismal season, as has the entirety of Pacific Camel Racing. Thibodeau currently runs in 20th, and Justin Zidell currently resides in the 28th position on the racetrack. We've been caution-free through the first 18 laps. Now Harris taking a look to the inside of his teammate Sam Oskin for the race lead here at Charlotte, and he's going to take it away. Points leader McLeese there in 3rd, just behind the 2 Toyota teammates. Collins looking to the inside of your Texas winner, not going to be able to make it stick for now. Perez finally will get to the inside and get around Elijah Gordon. Now Trey Wright taking a look at Mitchell Collins, headed off into turn number 1. And we're closing in on the first pit cycle of the race. Expected it to be about the late 20s to early 30s. If we go green, we should expect a 2-stop race. But if we get a caution at any point, we could expect to see a 3-stopper. So something to look out for here as we get into the later parts of this race. Harris took a lower line than anybody else through that corner, but it didn't seem to work out well for him because Oskin closed in a ton. Oskin tried to make a move to the inside of Harris into turn 1 and 2. Not able to make it work, so Harris, the rookie, will hold on to the lead, and the veteran Sam Oskin of 4 seasons with 5 career wins will have to settle into the 2nd position still. McLeese trying to fend off Mitchell Henderson there in the 88. Henderson looking for another 1.5 win on the season and his career. He won at Texas Motor Speedway on a last lap pass. And he is there in the 4th position. Could have a chance here in the later stages of this race if he stays up with these leaders. But of course, we'll see. We'll have to see how things cycle when we get to pit stops. They come off of turn number 4 once again through the quad oval. Oskin closing in once again on Harris, taking a look to the inside, not able to make the move, but the move will be made by Trey Wright on Mitchell Henderson for 4th. Henderson's going to work that outside though, and he's going to, for the moment, hold off Wright. Yes, he will clear him. Great pass defense by Mitchell Henderson. Will go through the deeper parts of the field here as Monaco gets to the inside of Keegan Thompson. That, I believe, is for 9th on the racetrack, and Thomas Truxell in behind that 25. Taking a look to the inside of Joey Hightower. That is for 12th on the racetrack. Monaco and Thompson are actually side by side for 10th. Thompson had the position the last time through at the line. Monaco will take it away from Thompson, and Truxell trying to get to 11th and maybe even tackle Eric Monaco for a top 10 position on the racetrack. On to lap 25 we go here in the Bojangles 600 at Charlotte. Oskin still runs second, trying to close in on his teammate Chase Harris. Either playing defense as team orders or he's looking for the lead, and he is definitely looking for the lead. He tried going off into 3. That's a great place to overtake, going off into 3. Almost better than going off into 1. Not able to make the move. So he stays in behind his teammate. Points leader McLeese right there looking for every bonus point he could get. And second in points, Nicholas Samadillo. Back here between a 3-wide battle. In the middle between Trey Smith, and Roberto Crown Jr. He is back in the 29th position at the moment and will be 30th when Scott Upton gets around, and looks like they will. Horrible race so far for Nicholas Samadillo. As we join back up for the race lead, here's Oskin going to the inside of Harris for the top position. Harris trying to work the outside. McLeese trying to figure out where he wants to go. Oskin will take the lead. McLeese trying to get to the inside. Harris working that outside line. Power ahead of the 59. And now that backs up McLeese enough. Will Henderson be able to make a move on him? Harris tried to cross over on his teammate to get the lead back. He won't be able to, but Henderson will get to the inside of McLeese and will finally look to take that 3rd position away. Now, McLeese's teammate Trey Wright abandons him and goes to the inside to push Henderson through, and Wright will take the 4th position and move McLeese back to 5th. Tremendous racing we've seen so far here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. On to lap 29. We're just mere laps away from the first pit cycle here of the Bojangles 600. Last car on the racetrack right now, Will Parrish in the 02, about 10 seconds off the pace of the lead cars. Oskin running the low line. Doesn't look like anyone in the top 5 is going to come down the pit road this time. The question is, will anybody come down the pit road this time through? Coming to lap 30... No, nobody comes down the pit road. We do know that we are getting closer and closer to pitting time. Here's Harris looking to the inside of Oskin for the lead, and Oskin will be the first taker, looks like. Is he coming down? Yes, he is. He's bringing Henderson with him. So Harris stays out an extra lap. The teammates, McLeese and Wright, side by side, and Oskin is bringing a whole bunch with him. Collins, Gordon, Hightower, Lightning. Oh, Crown went a little wide there. He was very fast entering. That could be a penalty. He might have to spend some extra time in the pits here. And yes, indeed, that does look like it's going to be the case. He came in way too hot. So now Harris will come in, as will McLeese and Wright. And Biller's going to stay out from 5th place, so he'll get a bonus point towards the... Oh, Williams runs it wide, and that will be a penalty. So he's going to have to spend some extra time in the pits as well. as Crown, you see at the bottom of the screen, serving his penalty for speeding coming into the pits. So Biller stays out on the racetrack. I believe he's the last one that needs to come down. And we'll have to see how everything cycles through. I believe Osgen is going to be your race leader when everything cycles through. Here's Harris coming off the pit road. He and McLeese side by side at the end of pit road. It's Harris edging out the 59, looking for Osgen. Here he comes with Henderson. They will fly around Harris and McLeese. I believe these two are going to be the top two when everything sorts through here. There's Williams still serving his penalty on the pit road. And Biller getting a 4-tire stop, of course, at the end of pit road. So it'll be Osgen, then Henderson, as they are going to be side by side, heading off into one for what will be the race lead. And your Texas winner, Mitchell Henderson, will take the lead here on lap 33. And they have a 3-second gap over Chase Harris, who sits in what will be the 3rd position. Then Hightower, Elijah Gordon, that will be the top 5 coming around here. Osgen swings back to the inside on Henderson, and he'll instead take the lead here at Charlotte. Whoa! This is some great racing that we're seeing. Henderson and Osgen still side by side for the lead, heading off into 3. Henderson coming back on that outside, trying to pin Osgen down to the bottom, but that is exactly what Osgen wants, and he will swing around the 88 and officially clear Mitchell Henderson for the lead in the Bojangles 600. On to lap 35 we go here, just shy of halfway done here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And looks like we have a smoker. It's Trey Smith in the 22, Kanan Biller in the 81. And is the caution going to come out for that? No caution. So what in the world happened to them? Have no idea. It could have just been a jam up coming off of the pit road. Have to take a look. It'll be in the bottom left of your screen what happened then between those two. But here's Henderson going back after Osgen for the race lead into turn number 3. And Henderson's going to take the spot back away from Osgen. And Williams is still in the pits in that 50. So maybe there was something else wrong with that car other than just getting penalized for speeding coming into the pits. He is now 4 laps down, and now will finally get his service done, but Biller appears to be out with a clutch and Trey Smith with a piston, but they both had damage on their cars, so I have to wonder if they had gotten into an incident of some sort. Obviously, if they had, you already know because I've put it in the bottom corner in post, hopefully. But here's Osgen going back after Henderson for the lead. This is what Harris and everybody back here wants, because the more these two guys up here do this, the more third on back will be able to close in. Osgen pulls back in behind the 88. He's going to go for another charge, heading off into turn number 1. He's taking a peek. Is he going to swing to the inside? No, but he's leaning all over that 88's back bumper. Down the back straightaway. A very bumpy racetrack too, by the way. You see the cars bouncing up and down like kids on a trampoline. Henderson continues to lead the way. Osgen in the 2nd position there. Harris still 3rd. Gordon settles in the 4th position. Obviously, we got one more pit cycle at least before the end of this race, unless a caution were to come out, of course. We'll have to see how the rest of this race goes. Been caution-free through the first 40 laps this time around. Let's get a nice Memorial Day under the lights Bojangles 600. Crank it up! Lap 44 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Mitchell Henderson still leads the way ahead of Sam Osgen. Chase Harris in third, but he is closed in to a 1.4 second gap behind that 88 car. Elijah Gordon in fourth. Kyle McLeese still there, hanging around in the fifth position. Dale Lightning sixth. Collins seventh. Wright, Hightower, and Keegan Thompson. That is the top 10 here in the Bojangles 600, and caution is out. Back straightaway. Sebastian Kukulon in the 82 may have gotten spun around. He was slow on the back straightaway. So we'll have to see what happened. It looks like a couple of other cars with damage. Ethan Lewis and Christopher Alphaby. And there it is, down the back straightaway, just coming off of turn number 2. So that will lead us into the second pit cycle of the race. And given the lap count, if we don't see another caution, we're probably going to have a fuel mileage race. It is going to be very, very close to the end of this race. So we might very well need a third pit cycle before the end of this Bojangles 600. But lap 45, the first caution of the race here at Charlotte, and the field will come down for pit cycle number 2. Henderson the leader at the time of caution. Osgen second, Harris third. As everybody comes into the pits, I would almost expect that everybody is going to take 4 tires, 4 Pirellis and Sunoco fuel. Osgen trying to beat Henderson off. It's going to be close. Henderson's going to have it, though, at the end of pit road. Osgen second, then Harris, Gordon, Collins, Lightning, Thompson, McLeese, and 3 wide. I don't know. Right, it would appear ahead of Hightower, then Crown. We'll let the officials sort it out and figure out the actual running order at the line coming off of pit road. But first caution is out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for a few cars spinning on the back straightaway, looks like, including Sebastian Kukulon in the 82. The officials continue to sort everything out there. We're going to go back and take a look at what happened to Kukulon, but we're also going to take a look at what happened to Caden Biller and Trey Smith. What happened between them a little earlier on that did not bring out a caution here in the Bojangles 600. We'll meet you back here at 1 to go for the restart of this race here under the lights at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So here's what happened to Trey Smith and Caden Biller. That did not bring out a caution flag. Looks like Smith has some sort of failure up on the outside line and comes down into Sear there. Nelson nowhere to go and sends Smith up into Biller. They don't get completely sideways, but they go up in the wall very hard, and both of them start smoking, and they are both going to fall out of the race as a result. But that is not what brought out the caution. Let's fast forward and now take a look at what did. So here's what happened watching overhead as they were 4 wide going through turn number 2. Alphaby slips up into Brock Nelson, turns down into Kukulon and Lewis, and body slams the 82 of Kukulon, sends him sideways. Lewis and Alphaby hold on to it and save it despite the damage on the race cars, but Kukulon slides down the racetrack, is going to nudge the inside safer barrier ever so slightly. But that is what brought out the first caution of the race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Let's go and take a look at it at full speed. So watching it at full speed as they come through turn 2, down the back straightaway, Alphaby up into Nelson, down into Lewis and Kukulon. And Kukulon spins down to the inside, just scrapes the inside safer barrier and continues on. And that is what brought out the caution here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. But anyway, the track is clear. We're good to go, so let's head to the restart here in the Bojangles 600. Back with your live coverage here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Welcome back to the Bojangles 600. Race 14 of 26 here in Season 4 of the NOFSRL Trinity River Cup Series. Caution number 1 coming out for a spin on the back straightaway involving Sebastian Kukulon and potentially Ethan Lewis and Christopher Alphabet. Vargas came down for some extra service, so the 46 coming back out onto the racetrack will join the pacing line behind his Monkey Racing teammate there. Field in the hands of Mitchell Henderson in the 88, Sam Oskin second, Chase Harris in third, Elijah Gordon fourth, Mitchell Collins rounds out the top five, and then Dale Lightning, Keegan Thompson, Kyle McLeese, Trey Wright, and Joey Hightower round out the top 10. Second place pointsman Nicholas Samadillo was looking for a good points night, but with McLeese running in 8th and Samadillo running in 17th, that task is looking increasingly difficult. Green flag is in the air at lap 49 here at Charlotte. 32 laps to go with the Bojangles 600. Henderson, a fantastic restart. Oskin did not get going. Gordon into third already around the 23 of Harris, who slips back on the outside. Now Gordon taking a look to the inside of Oskin into turn number 3. Everybody's on fresh rubber, so the inside is going to be preferable, but there is some rubber laid down from the previous runs. Oskin will sling ahead on the outside line. Now Dale Lightning looking to tackle Elijah Gordon on the inside for third. McLeese gets stuck up on the outside of the 59. 3 wide there for fifth as Wright gets to the inside of Collins and Harris. Now Thompson to the inside of them. Rounding turn 3 and 4, coming to the end of lap 50. Whoa! Harris will sling ahead around McLeese. Now try to cross to the inside on Collins. Collins slips wide. McLeese looking to the inside of the 23. 3 wide coming out of 2. Samadillo stuck on the outside, slipping backwards behind. This is not what he wants. He wants to close in on McLeese and finish ahead of him to eat away at the points lead. It doesn't look like Samadillo will be able to do that. It looks like if anybody's going to do that, it'll be Trey Wright. He's running up in the 4th position at the moment. Harris now to the inside of Collins, got into that 43. Crown getting into the back of Hightower, moves him up a little bit. Down the back straightaway again, you see Thomas Troxel in the neon pink Sonic Mercedes back there, working his way up into the top 15. On the inside of Eric Monaco there in the 25, as Henderson still leads the way. 3rd place pointsman Trey Wright has moved to 2nd, with a big push coming from Sam Oskin in the Mac Tools 83. Dale Lightning slipping on the outside in the Ath and Health Dodge. Keegan Thompson in that 5th position on the inside in the 17. McShane way wide coming out of turn number 2. There in that number 0 Pontiac. And here's Perez making a move to the inside of Monaco and McShane. 2 rows of 3 wide. This is getting awful busy here. Monaco tried to get to the inside of Williams. That would have forced it 4 wide. Thank goodness didn't. But now ahead, we join back up with the lead as Wright has caught Henderson and will look to maybe take it away here in the next couple of laps. Into turn number 3 we go. Oskin still in 3rd. Thompson and Lightning side by side for 4th. Harris, Sakala and Thibodeau were 3 wide for 8th there. And looks like Sakala's going to take it 3 wide now for the 4th position. As side by side for the lead between Wright and Henderson. So much battling going on right now on this racetrack. We'll try to keep all 3 of these battles in the shot. Wright and Henderson side by side for the lead. McLeese, and now a double side by side back here. McLeese stretches ahead of Lightning, Gordon, Thompson, and Crown. And 2 rows of side by side there. Wright clears Henderson for the lead. Oskin 3rd. We'll watch back here for the moment. These are battles for 5th and 7th right now on the racetrack. Troxel slips wide on the outside coming out of turn number 2, a little deeper in the field. Monaco down to the inside of him. Andrews took a swing at Hightower and Brock and struck gold. He is now moving up through the field, but now caught in the middle of 3 wide as Hightower crosses under him. Samadillo still stuck on the outside of the racetrack there as Cruz gets around that 98. Joining up back with the leaders once again here on lap 57. Wright leads the way, Henderson 2nd, Oskin 3rd. Lap traffic ahead, Brock Nelson in the 18. Gotta wonder if is he up to speed? Yes, he does appear to be. So maybe he just came down for some extra repairs. He's listed as the lap down in the 37th position on this racetrack. McLeese trying the high line to catch up to Osgen there. McLeese running fourth at the moment. Now Thibodeau looking to the inside of Thompson. Gonna think better of it and stand behind that 17. Going around for lap 59, we'll get 22 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And remember, one more pit cycle before the end of this race is needed for at least a few of these cars. Will anybody be able to make it before the end of this race? Will anybody be able to play the fuel mileage lottery? And will a caution come out to eliminate that fuel mileage lottery? Looks like Lewis came down the pit road in the 54. He's had a difficult race. He'll come down for additional service on that 54. Just trying to fix up everything just to make it to the end. You see how broken and battered that car is. Lewis continues to have a very, very difficult season. Coming around for 20 laps to go. Henderson closing in on the 95 for the lead. Into the quad oval, Henderson down to the inside, looking for it, heading off into turn number 1. Wright trying to work the outside. Osgen there, ready to pounce if these two tangle. Down the back straightaway out of turn number 2. Thibodeau, a slide job on Dale Lightning there for the 5th position. Wright trying to work that outside with all the rubber laid down up there. Henderson trying to work the inside. That's worked for everybody all night long. But Wright is going to hold on to the lead for the moment. Henderson's going to try to come back after him, though. He tried driving it in deep, but lost it halfway through the corner. Lost a little bit of ground on that 95. Osgen there still waiting in the wings if these two tangle. Vast majority of the front runners down the inside lane for the moment. Perez and Sekela side by side back there for 8th on the racetrack. Lightning and Thibodeau now side by side for 5th. Thibodeau in 5th, trying to hold on ahead of Lightning, and he will do so as you see Ethan Lewis coming off the pit road and almost 3 wide there as Monaco tried to get to the inside of both Roberto Crown Jr. and Marty Sekela. Here's Chase Harris going to the inside of Eric Monaco. That is for 10th on the racetrack, as we'll join back up with the front runners as Henderson has caught Trey Wright once again, looking for the lead here in the Bojangles 600, looking to get it back. Down to the inside, they're side by side again up front. Out of 2, down the back straightaway. Osgen and McLeese now nose to tail for 3rd and 4th. As these two battle side by side for the lead. Henderson with the advantage going off into the turn, but Wright once again will get the run coming off of turn number 4 on that outside line, and he'll hold off the 88. Osgen holding on to 3rd for the moment. McLeese trying to move him up out of the way. Won't be able to, as now they head down the back straightaway once again, staying 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Now McLeese, a big dive on Osgen for the 3rd position. Osgen trying to come back on that outside line, will not be able to, and the points leader will move to 3rd. Now 15 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Osgen slips wide behind in 4th. Thibodeau and Lightning battling for the 5th position continues. Here's Lightning going down to the inside of the 32, heading off into 3 and 4. Big dive bomb, and as I believe the caution's coming out, and there's big accident on the back straightaway. 3-4 cars, and maybe more. Ace Garcia, Christopher Alphaby, Priya McShane, and Alex Lozano, and that will eliminate the fuel mileage lottery. Will all come down for a pit cycle here on lap 67. And if this was the length of the race one season ago, it would be over this lap. Well, no, it wouldn't, because we'd have green, white, checkered. But we'd have one more restart, and we wouldn't have to worry about a fuel mileage lottery because everybody would be good. But with this race being 13 laps longer, they're going to have to come down on the pit road. So this caution here will eliminate the fuel mileage lottery, and it will be a straight-up duel from here on to the end. Troxel's going to gamble, though, and stay out on the racetrack from 18th. Well, okay, we'll see how well this works out for him. He's going to try clutching and coasting under this caution to save his stuff, tires and fuel. But we'll see with everybody else on fresh tires. Oskin's going to gamble with 2 tires and a splash of fuel, as will Wright and Henderson, as they're trying to deal with all this traffic on pit road. Wright, I believe, beat out Henderson at the end of pit road. Henderson pulls ahead, but will wait for the officials to decide. So splitting strategies going to come into play here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. A good call here is going to mean the difference between victory and defeat. We will have to see who it works out for, if anybody here. So Troxel leads, and then Vargas second, I believe, at the moment. So they're going to gamble and stay out on the racetrack. Lewis in the 54 is 4 laps down. Nelson is 1 lap down. Henderson won the race off the pit road, I guess just barely ahead of Trey Wright. And under this caution, we've had Christopher Alphaby and Ace Garcia fall out of the race. We'll go back and take a look at what happened to bring out the second caution of this race. And we'll be back for what should be a barn burner of a finish here in the Bojangles 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So watching from overhead, McShane and Parrish going wide just ahead of this, and Parrish looks like he has a problem of some sort. Goes down into McShane, and they go up into the wall. McShane goes around almost up and over. Lozano gets hit, or hits the 0, sends Garcia down into the inside wall very hard. Priya actually gets up on her side as Alphaby comes in, almost upside down again, but on her side, back on the wheels. What a wild ride for Priya McShane. So we had a violent wreck on the back straightaway that brought out the second caution of the race. But it looks like it's going to set us up for a thrilling dash to the finish. Let's take a look at it at full speed. So now watching at full speed, McShane and Parrish getting together up on the outside. Off the wall comes McShane. Lozano and Garcia get into it. And then Alphaby comes in, almost sends the 0 up and over. And a mess on the back straightaway. A lot of damage on the 52, the 3, and the 4. McShane also taking a wild ride in that Pontiac. But Thomas Troxel looking to play the strategy game here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Stays out under the caution. He'll lead the field to the green flag. We'll see how long it lasts. Track is clear. We're good to go. So let's head to the restart here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So here we go. We're going to restart with 10 laps to go at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Thomas Troxel and Christian Vargas looking to gamble their way to potentially victory. They stayed out on the racetrack under this caution. A lot of drivers just taking a splash of fuel and 2 Pirellis to make it to the end here of this Bojangles 600. Caution coming out for an incident on the back straightaway involving 4 cars. 2 of them, Christopher Alphaby and Ace Garcia, falling out of this race. Will not see the end of this race here at Charlotte. 10 to go as they come into the Reese's restart zone here at Charlotte. Green flag getting ready to come out. We're racing once again here in the Bojangles 600. Not a good restart for Troxel. Vargas going to look to the inside immediately. Lewis in the 54 does not get going at all. Nelson's going to bring the train with him on the inside, although Nelson is not a lead lap car. His teammate Henderson is. Vargas will clear Troxel for the race lead, and Henderson on those 2 tires, as is Oskin and Wright, but Oskin will get to the inside of Trey Wright, and so the 2 Toyotas will get around 3rd place in points, and McLeese is looking to follow suit there. Points leader in the 59. Henderson going to look to the inside of Troxel, so that strategy of staying out is not going to work out for the 16. He'll slip back on that outside line. Now will Henderson be able to get around the 46 of Vargas. Now McLeese getting to the inside of Osgen into turn number 3. Vargas still leads the way. Now McLeese going after Henderson, pushing Henderson actually to the back end of that 46. Dale Lightning looking to the inside for third on the points leader. Trey Wright going with him down low. Osgen pushing McLeese on the outside, bump drafting through the turn and down the back straightaway. Henderson taking a look to the inside of Vargas for the lead. McLeese stacks up the outside lane. Vargas slow. And is Vargas going to have to come down the pit road? I think he tried, but he had Dale Lightning on his inside. Here's McLeese going to the inside, trying to go back-to-back here in the state of North Carolina. And he's going to take the race lead away from Mitchell Henderson with 6.5 laps to go. Henderson, one of the dominant cars of the night. Is he about to lose one? Into 3 and 4 they go. McLeese, who dominated 1 week ago at Rockingham, looking to be the first driver ever to win back-to-back races in the Trinity River Cup Series and extend his points lead even more. Henderson settles into second. Dale Lightning third. They are 3 and on the edge of 4 wide, rounding turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Everybody is going crazy deeper in the field. Dale Lightning now to the inside of Mitchell Henderson for second as we come around for 5 laps to go in the Bojangles 600. Half a second for McLeese is the lead. Dale Lightning, this is going to be a repeat of Rockingham, but will Lightning be able to now get around McLeese if he can catch up to that 59? Henderson across to the inside. Into turn number 3. Thibodeau's coming with that 88 on the inside. McLeese just trying to cruise home. 4 laps to go at Charlotte. Henderson back to second, but now a 0.85 second difference between first and second. Lightning trying to work the outside on Henderson. Down the back straightaway, 2 by 2. Second, third, fourth, and fifth. Into turn number 3. Lightning slips on the outside. Henderson trying to hold on to the spot as McLeese now will see 3 laps to go here at Charlotte. 1.14 the gap. Back to second place Henderson. As Henderson dealing with a side-by-side battle in traffic right now. Down the back straightaway into 3. They all get single file now. Henderson drives it in deep. They're trying to close in on McLeese if they can here in these final 2 laps. We'll have to see, but McLeese 2 laps away from potentially going back-to-back. He drives a little wider in turn 1 and 2. Henderson all the way down to the inside, as was Lightning, but now Lightning's going to get to the inside, and if Lightning gets down there, that's going to pretty much eliminate any chance they have of now catching up to Kyle McLeese, as McLeese will come around and see the white flag one more time around Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Bojangles 600. Basically a 9/10 of a second lead over Mitchell Henderson, and what a history-making win this would be. His first and second wins coming back-to-back. He'd be the first driver ever to win back-to-back races, and he's going to do it in one of the biggest ways possible. Off turn number 4, Kyle McLeese gets the biggest win of his career in the Bojangles 600 at Charlotte. And I can't even begin to tell you what this is going to do for his points lead. Kyle McLeese does it again in the Trinity River Cup Series. His first and second wins coming back-to-back. The first driver in series history to win back-to-back races. He is on an absolute roll. This rookie may just be the best driver of the season. He leads the points, and he'll lead them by an even bigger margin coming out of this race. What a race it was, and what a story to come out of it. But now we will take a look at your race finishing results in their entirety as everybody else comes down into the pits. Kyle McLeese wins by 0.872 seconds ahead of Mitchell Henderson with an average race speed of 151.984 miles per hour. He finishes with one of the fastest average race speeds we've seen all season. It was a very clean race and well, obviously it was a long race, one of the longest races of the year here in the Trinity River Cup Series. Dale Lighting with a stupendous third place finish there. Jacob Thibodeau fourth. That's going to be a thrill for the PHR boys, I'm sure. Well, they have to have something to celebrate at this point. Justin Zeidel finished 21st and Brady Perez finished 25th. So, hey, they have one bright spot there. Trey Wright finishes 5th. Keegan Thompson 6th. And then Sakela, Osgen, Parker, and Hightower round out the top 10. And through the rest of your standings, 29 cars finishing on the lead lap. Vargas, Crown, Nelson, Collins, Troxel, Lewis, and Williams finishing off the lead pace. Lewis 4 laps down, Williams 5 laps down, Alphaby, Garcia, Biller, and Smith unable to finish at all. And those are your finishing results there. What a race here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hope everybody enjoyed it. We'll see you next week in Madison, Illinois, in the St. Louis area for the Gateway Motorsports Park Race 15 of the season. We are just this much closer to deciding a champion, but the points battle is looking quite clear. Kyle McLeese dominating the standings in the first half of the season, and he is coming out with an even bigger points lead after this victory. Congratulations to Kyle McLeese, winner of the 2022 Bojangles 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. See you next week at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Until then, y'all take care, stay safe, and have a good one. Welcome to the NOFSRL.